free market tools for sports cards that you can use to your advantage, and the upcoming market explosion, which I predict is forthcoming. I will explain these two things today in the video. Make sure to hit the like, subscribe, hit the bell notification, comment down below, and share with everyone you know, because we got to get this information out to the masses immediately. It's important. How do we go about looking at the trends in the market? How do we get some charts and graphs that we don't have to pay for? And are the ones that you pay for even worth it? I don't like a lot of them. You know, some of them don't have enough data to really tell you. It's like, just because there was a sale at one point and then, another sale for either more or less a month later, that's not really telling me much. Okay. One data point doesn't really explain anything to me. So this is what I'm going to tell you. This is what I'm going to show you how to do. This is how you do it. And this is going to give you a great idea for free, tiny bit of research that it takes in order to do it. First of all, we are going to go to PSA. All right. We're going to pull this up, and I just gotta, all right, here we go. Oh, this is the wrong one. This is my YouTube studio. Forget that. Forget everything you've seen up to this point. All right, eBay. We got psacard.com. All right, if you go to the auction prices realized, let's look at LBJ. So you just go here and you type in LeBron James, and we're going to go to Topps Chrome. Okay, it pops right up. I didn't even have to hit enter. And of course, it's 2003 Topps Chrome LeBron James, number 111. You can tell because the found column has 3,196. Okay, that have been graded, I believe, is what that number is. But that's the most. The second most is the 2004 here. But obviously we want the number 111 here. So it's pretty easy to search. All right, we'll click on that. Pulls up in a second. Should show us a picture of it. I thought. Okay. Maybe not. Oh, there it is. Okay, so there's our card. Yeah, that's what we're looking for. That's our LeBron rookie. Okay, it comes in a 10, a 9, an 8, so on and so forth. And there's more 9s than anything else. 3469 9s. Okay. So this is going to be the most interesting one. It's going to be the one that's probably more affordable comparatively, obviously, to the 10. The 10 is pretty up there. I don't usually like to gamble that much money with my card investments. And as you can see, most recent price, 2,100, average price, 1934, pretty close there. And the 8s are approximately half of that. So we just click on one of these numbers next to the 9 and wait a second for it to pull up. And we see all the recent sales. And this is actually updated. Sometimes this PSA site doesn't have updated sales information. Won't even like update to recent days. Sometimes it only has it for like months back. But this is good. One just sold on 627, 2,100. Here, one sold for 1,775. That's pretty cheap. Let's click on that. Maybe it was a bad picture. Let's see. It's a sick card. I mean, it's a sick looking card. It's just a really sweet LeBron rookie card. I mean, it just looks awesome. It's kind of dark and mysterious. Now, the big thing we're looking for here is you scroll to the bottom, boom, the graph. Now, hopefully there's not any huge major outliers, like they accidentally stuck a sale in that was actually, an autographed one or like a lot of 3 of them or something. But this is pretty explanatory here. This is pretty explanatory. Basically, what it tells you is that, and this is one thing I've mentioned on the channel a lot of times before. It's like, think about what you wish you would have done 5 years ago and use that to gauge what you should do now to prepare for 5 years into the future. What you should have done 5 years ago is buy this card for $350. Okay. Then you see the big spike. You know, that was the Jordan Last Dance spike. And then comes the GOAT spike. And the general overall February of 2021 spike is basically what that is. Where it was going for $10,000 all day long. Look at that. You know, some went for higher, obviously. But generally, I mean, 10,000 is kind of like a resistance for, you know, obvious reasons, because it's a lot of money. It's maybe the upper limit of what people would want to spend, but you get down to a little bit more reasonable levels, like, I don't want to quite spend that much. I'm going to wait till it comes down a little. Maybe pick it up for 8,500. Maybe pick it up right here. Maybe you see a nice dip here. It's like, ooh, it's 50% less than its peak. Maybe I'll buy it there. Obviously, continue to dip. Let's see. Later in the year, we're looking at around $4,000 for the PSA 9 of this LeBron James Topps Chrome rookie. And it's continued to go down and down. Obviously, this year, the last 6 months, you know, the first half of this year has been a slide with all investments. We're talking stocks. We're talking crypto. We're talking cards. The only thing that's up right now is property values, okay? And that's probably going to start to dip a little bit too with the increase in rates. But this gives us pretty accurate information. So this is nice because it draws you a picture. It's better than just going to eBay, which we can obviously do too. Here, you want to type in usually the year. So you go, 2003, Topps Chrome of LeBron James. It already knows what I want to look at. And you got to type in the PSA 9 as well. You got to get a little more specific to find what you're looking for. And this will give us, and then you go to advanced up here and you click this little box here, sold listings, search. And then it gives you all the recent sales here. 1817. This one's sold today from Canada. And 1741. This one sold yesterday. Four sharp corners sold one, 2100. So that got bid up a little more. Maybe they have a little bit more credibility or something. But generally speaking, excuse me. Generally, what we're seeing for this base LeBron rookie card, here, this is 1775. See, this is a very reasonable price. It's a very reasonable price. So that kind of tells you, okay, so if there's not up-to-date enough prices on the PSA website, which oftentimes there's not, you know, it's just kind of a free service they give, then you can come to eBay and, you know, check the sold listings, and that'll give you a pretty good idea of what we're looking at. So here's another one for 1850 with an old label. The ones with old labels will sometimes sell for a little bit less. Yeah, see, it's all crinkled, and I just hate those old PSA labels. Why do they wrinkle like that and get warped? So dumb. And click on it and get a nice view of it. But, I mean, you can obviously get it reslabbed. Of course, then you're sending it in. You risk it being damaged. You risk it getting lost in the mail. Plus, you got to pay a fee for that to get it reslabbed and everything. So me personally, I usually will only buy a card if it's got the new slab with the logo on the front here. But so, yeah, that pretty much correlates to what we're seeing here. So we'll go up, we'll scroll back up and look at the latest sales here again. 2100, there's the same one we just saw, the 4 Sharp Corners sale, little high. For the most part, we're looking at around 1800. Here's one a little lower, 1732. Yeah, just even in the last month, it's dipped a little because you were seeing 2000, 2100, 1900, 2000 last month, 1800. Look at these 22, 21, 22, back in March and April of this year. So it's dipped just in the last 2 months quite a bit. Now you're seeing sales for 1850, 1800, 1925, 1775, 1732. I mean, this is significant. That's a significant dip. Question is, what can we derive from this? What can we derive from this graph? I like this graph because it really gives you an idea of what the market is looking like. I don't really care about, what happened back here. Obviously, no one has a time machine and no one can go back and buy, all through these years and just do nothing but buy. Every time you save up $300 or $400, buy another LeBron rookie, buy, and then just wait till this exact peak and then sell them all. It seems like it would be easy to do in hindsight. Like, oh yeah, why am I so dumb? Why didn't I do that? But it's harder in practice. It's harder to do in practice. So don't beat yourself up. How did you know that this wouldn't be the peak? And then, how do you know that some people probably sold here and then felt bad because they're like, oh crap, I wish I would have sold here. Obviously someone sold here. Sale took place, people bought here, people sold here, people bought here, people sold here, people bought here, someone sold. For every sale, there's a buyer and a seller. So obviously you want to be a seller. If you're up in this range up here, you want to be a buyer. That's the question. Do you want to be a buyer over here? Obviously it's better than being a buyer up here. Obviously it's, better to be a buyer anywhere except right up here. But that hype train gets going and it's impossible to stop. It's impossible to stop. Now the question is, is it time to start, looking at maybe buying this card? If you want it, yeah, definitely buy it. You can also look at, what I like to do is check out the BGSs. So Chrome Rookie BGS 9, because you're basically getting the same card. I like the BGS slabs. I don't know why BGS slabs are so hated on. Most of these are, going to be buy it now. Let's see if there's any auctions going on. Auctions. So this one just started. No bids yet. This one's almost up. This one's bid all the way up to 1700. Look at that. This one ends in 3 hours. And it's going for as much as a PSA. Oh, it is a PSA. Duh. Okay, I'm retarded. Look at this one. I would much rather have a BGS 9.5 than a PSA 9, and it's still got 4 days left. It'll probably go for way higher than 2200, but yeah, that's it. I don't see any other BGS 9s. All right, well, let's go to sold listings and see what they're going for. You want to get, a bargain. The nice thing about BGS slabs too is the labels don't get all wrinkly and nasty looking. So 1500 right here, that just sold today. 1600, 16, So, it's not that much of a discount really. If you really want PSA, then, it's only a couple hundred more. But this is getting down into reasonable price territory. I guess that's my point. And I like this. Look at this. I like this one too. I like the Bowman. This is a cool rookie card of his too. Oh, what's wrong with this? BGS 9, LeBron rookie card here. The Bowman. You know, let's look over. You know, you gotta look it over on the zoom. You gotta look over the case, make sure it's not damaged or scratched. Look at that, 9.5 centering, edges, corners are the only thing that got an 8.5 dip down. But that's a beautiful card right there. That's cool looking. That's awesome. Black borders too, you know. I mean, that's tough. And it's only $600. $600 for a LeBron rookie. Think about that. You know, let's take a look at that card. Just type it into here and go 2003 Bowman Chrome. I can't type. LeBron James. See if we can find it here real quick. I mean, obviously the graph is going to look similar right now. I'm just kind of curious to know because it's like $600 is a reasonable price for something that probably was going for several thousands. All right, why can't I find it? What's it called? Bowman Chrome. Yeah, Bowman Chrome number 123. We'll find it. We'll find it. Here we go. This one. Yeah. Rookies and Stars? Is that what it's called? Let's see if this is the one. Oh, okay, yeah. So this one here, let's look at the chart. They don't have, oh, you gotta click on 9. Click on the specific grade that you want to look at. We're looking at the 9s, the Niners. And yeah, you can kind of see a similar thing. Not as many sales. And not as many sales, but yeah, it was as high as, we won't count the actual peak, you know, whatever that sale was, 5,700. We won't really take that into account. We'll just kind of take like a reasonable, you know, you can't just look at the absolute peak. Let's look at like, this is a reasonable spot here. You know, they were kind of selling right here for a while. End of January, beginning of February last year. Of course, then it spiked. But then it kind of went back to that same kind of region right around 3,000 in April and later March. So, you know, you just got to kind of take like a reasonable, like where it was, you know, when the hype was pretty high, but not the outliers. So 3,000, 3,000, 3,000 all day long, 3,000 for months last year. And even back here, the Jordan documentary got it up to 2,000. That's when sports cards took off, and they took off again. And then here they just kind of hung out at around, you know, slowly down. This is the Bowman rookie. This is the PSA though, obviously. This is the PSA. And it looks like it's going for around 800. Around 800. I mean, there's one for 540, 588. So yeah, but basically, so the PSA, you know, it's still an $800 card. And then the BGS, you know, maybe around 600. I can get down with the BGS. I mean, $600 for a nice LeBron rookie card, that's pretty good. This one for 800, that seems a little high. Topps Chrome rookie. Why did that one go for 1825? Must be the subgrades or something. Oh, that's the Topps Chrome. Never mind. Yeah, whatever. So this scheme is kind of high. 800 for that one. That went for as much as what you see, 10,000. Well, that's in May. Yeah, early May. So 1,300. Oh, that's a 9.5. It's kind of confusing a little bit, but that's what's kind of nice about the PSA site is that you filter it down, so it's easy to just look at the graph and see exactly what's happening with a PSA 9 of this Bowman Chrome card. You can see that it's dipped down to 800 now. You used to be able to pick this up for 200 all day long. And even if you didn't sell at the peak, but yeah, make sure to take profits. Anyways, that's that. So hope you had fun going down this little journey with me. Showed you how you can do some quick, easy research to kind of see where the market's at, where it's been, where it's going. And you can see, like, only question is, like, when is it going to level off, fully capitulate, and then start accumulating, and then start going back up? Because it's got to go back up at some point. I mean, how is a LeBron rookie card? Think about it. A LeBron rookie card, and this guy didn't really, I mean, he had a really good season. He always has a good season, but his team didn't do much. And then people kind of forgot about him in going into the playoffs. And then, they started focusing on these other dudes like Tatum and Brown and Curry and Clay and all the guys in the finals, especially. Curry's like a GOAT now and all this, but we can't forget about LeBron, okay? And this might be a good time. It's dipped and dipped and dipped and dipped over the course of over a year now. It's been dipping ever since February of last year, when it peaked. So, and there's a few different options. It doesn't have to be the Topps Chrome rookie. It can, that Bowman is nice. There's the Topps Paper rookie. There's a lot of different rookies, tons. There's hundreds, millions. But if you want to pick up a LeBron rookie card, it might be a nice time. Don't sleep on LeBron. I mean, he's the dude, okay? It's not Curry. Curry's not the dude, okay? And neither is, any of these other guys. But thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out with me. Comment down below. Let me know what you think about this market. Is it time to, pick up an LBJ right now? Let me know what the dealio is. And I'll see you next time.